Hey everybody, Mr. Tumbleweed here, bringing you guys a tutorial of Rust. Now I've had a couple people ask me to do kind of a walkthrough and show some of the interesting things of this game, so I'm going to do the best that I can. I've only put in about 8 hours of game time. Now the first thing I do want to say is this game is very difficult for new players, people first starting out. I actually almost quit the game after about an hour of playing. It was very frustrating for me as a new player. But I figured I spent $20, I might as well keep trying. Anyway, now it's probably one of my favorite survival games out there. I've played a lot of Nether, I've played DayZ, pretty much any of the survival games out there I've had a long time playing. So, let's begin. First, I want to show the crafting system a little bit. It's pretty interesting. You have a very basic crafting system to start with. I've been playing for a while. As you go throughout the game, there's certain areas, like down here I can show you. There's certain areas that spawn these crates where I have my gun aimed, and these crates spawn weapons and different kind of loot that you can gather. But one thing specifically that they give are blueprints, and blueprints allow you to right-click the blueprints if the cloth was a blueprint. Right-click the blueprint. And you can go into your crafting and you'd be able to make that blueprint. For example, I can now make shotgun shells. I couldn't make them before. Weapons, I have a plethora of weapons. Usually you start with, I think, the hatchet, hunting bow, hand cannon, pipe shotgun. And actually the rest of these I have found blueprints for. Except for the revolver, I think that's new in the patch. So like the F1 grenade, the M4, shotgun, explosive charge, MP5. Those are all blueprints that I actually found in the game. So I think that adds a really cool diversity to the overdone crafting system in these survival games. So anyway, I'm going to hop over here and show you guys these. Another thing to mention, look right there, flashlight mod blueprint. I already have the flashlight mod, so I don't really need that. A couple bandages, never hurt. So you guys may or may not hear the clicking right now, and you may be wondering, what the hell is that noise? Well, that is the radiation meter, or RADS, here at the bottom right hand of the screen. It reads 23 right now. Once you get to about 300, it starts to get deadly. So if you're in an area with radiation, which is usually towns, or in this case, big tube thingies, I don't know, gas, oil. Anyway, it gives you radiation poisoning. Now you can run into towns and grab some loot really quick and then run out, duck out, and not be bothered by it. You can also get armor, which helps with it. I have 3 pieces of the rad suit. I actually died last night and I lost my full rad suit, but that doesn't matter. That's nothing. So you have, plus 90 radiation. So you can stay in these areas a lot longer. And then on top of that, you also have radiation pills, which will keep your radiation down. Now those are some really important factors in the game. It took me a little bit to figure out, so just remember that. So next thing I'd like to show you guys is actually crafting something. Now all this stuff I was running around in the beginning I've actually been working on. It took me a little bit last night, but I finally figured out the stairs. Now there's this, I made this box last night, and basically the way it works is you have to turn an enormous amount of wood into wood planks, 10 to make 1 wood plank, and then you use the wood planks to create these different parts of the house that you can make. Now of course you have to start with your foundation. Okay, that's what this is on the ground, the foundation. I actually created 4. And then after the foundation you have your pillars. Right here, pillars. Create your pillars, and you have to obviously have the pillars on the foundation. This is a pillar. This is a pillar. And better yet, these 3 up here are pillars. And then of course, once you have the pillars placed, in between them you can put walls, you can put a doorway, you can put a window. Now, the thing with the windows is you can jump through them, but I just read in the patch notes that you can put metal bars in between them now so people can't get in and out of them. But I don't see them in the crafting table, so I believe, now don't quote me on this, but I believe you have to find the blueprint, just like I found the flashlight mod earlier. So that's one thing to think of before you make a cute little window so you can see all the beautiful scenery. You might have a bandit hop in your house and steal all your good shit. Now, to continue. Of course, then you can make your ceiling, and basically a small little foundation. This is a little hut that I made. You can also find stash boxes, which is what this is right here. And obviously you guys can tell I learned the hard way about the window, so put a little stash in front of it to keep people from getting in and out. They can actually get into my stash from outside this window, so I'm not going to put anything into it yet. But you can stash anything you need. Great. Now the next thing I'd like to show you is how to cook food. That was probably the most difficult thing I dealt with this entire game. Was learning how to cook food, where to put things. There's no tutorial, nothing shows you what exactly to do. So basically you have your fire, make your fire through the crafting system, of course. So you would go down here, find campfire, craft your campfire, and you would place it down here, and you'd like use. And I thought, wow, use is not very helpful. Well, eventually you learn that you can hold E. Now remember, hold E gives you the open option, open. Now here's your campfire. Now what you do here is you can place your wood there, okay? And then you can take your food, put it here. Now that's going to cook this food. Now that it's in there, you gotta turn it on with E. Now after a little bit of time, it will cook the chicken, and it will end up here. So we'll give that a second, and then I'll come back to it momentarily. Now the next part is the furnace. Furnace is also a crafted item. Sorry. My words are not wording very well today. Anyway, the furnace is another item you can craft, and it's a lot of different items, so it's going to be a little bit further into your experience before you can make a furnace. But with the furnace, it's the same exact thing. You open it with E. Now you look at this and go, well, that doesn't look very helpful. I thought the exact same thing. I actually had to look up how the heck people were using the furnace. So allow me to show you. We don't have any wood, so we'll use this as pretend wood. You'd put the wood here, and then whatever you wanted to cook, let's say metal ore, we're going to put here. Now what's going to happen is when you leave, you want to put 14 pieces of wood to the 14 metal ore, and you're going to get exactly what you want out of it. The metal is going to end up here, and the ore will disappear. And then you will also get charcoal from the wood, which will also end up here. Now you can also put more wood. You know what? I'm just going to show you guys. So here you have your cooked chicken. I'm going to take my wood back so I can show you guys this one. Open. Now see, I can take the wood. Let's split it like this. I can put the wood here. I can put some wood here. Now I can put the sulfur here. So all this stuff will cook. You want to put your wood on the bottom, and whatever you want to be cooking, or smelting rather, at the very top up here. So just like this, and now we'll turn it on. Now it's cooking. This was actually my first little camp spot. This is all my loot that I haven't managed to lose yet. I've crafted MP5, M4, shotguns, got a decent amount of ammo. Now, I should be able to survive. Let's see if this is ready yet. Hopefully not. Alright, so now you see what happens. Okay, now the wood cooks this, the metal ore drops some metal fragments, the sulfur ore gives us sulfur. Sulfur is used in gunpowder. It's very, very, very important if you're running low on ammo. So then, like I said, there's your charcoal from the wood. Very simple, yet can be very, very confusing for a new player. I really hope I cleared some problems up. Now, I'll let this cook, and I will show you guys one more thing I would like to show you. Always close your doors, first of all. It's very important. Lastly, I just want to show you guys a little bit of the game. So I'm going to run down here. reload my pistol. You know, I didn't really think about it, but it is kind of stupid to have the laser sight and the holographic sight on my pistol. But I don't know if I can remove mods from my weapons, so if I can, if anybody knows how, leave a response in the comments below. I would really appreciate it, and I will give credit where it is due in my next video. So here you want to build an axe. You can actually craft an axe, stone hatchet, with 5 pieces of stone, 10 pieces of wood, which allows you to gather much faster than your handy-dandy hand rock that you start with upon spawn. Now, I'd also like to mention there's 2 different types of zombies. There's black zombies and there's red zombies. The red zombies will hunt you down and they will kill you really fast. They're very, very fast, and they're very, very fucking annoying, and you want to kill them before they see you and come at you. Then there's these black zombies. The thing of the black zombies, they are much slower, but they're very hard to kill. They drop good loot, but they will typically one-shot you if they hit you. So this little guy right here, I do not want him to get close to me, so actually it takes 2 headshots to kill the black ones. Obviously 1 for the red, and I think 5 body shots to kill the black ones. Anyway, you can loot them, and they usually have pretty awesome gear. That's actually better than my rad suit, but I'm not going to put that on yet because I'm in a radiation zone. So this is the basic gesture of the layout. Much of the area looks like this. There are towns. You see there's a house up here. There are different towns that you can go to. Some of the bigger towns with more loot have much higher radiation. So you'll go in there and your radiation will go up in intervals of like 50 or 60, which you probably wouldn't have 10-15 seconds as a new spawn to get through there. So I wouldn't recommend going into a big town as a new spawn. Now once you have a full rad suit, which I almost have, and radiation pills, which take away 200 of your rads. So once you reach 200, you get a radiation pill, keep going. Once you have those, you'd be able to survive a lot better going into the towns. So that just about sums up this little tutorial video. I hope I helped out some people. If you have any questions or would like an answer or another explanation to a tutorial in this game, please leave a comment in the comment section below and I will get back to you in the next video. Thanks guys, this is Tumbleweed. I'll see you later.